Hi there and welcome to today's vlog as we continue our first week of retirement. It's been a good day today. We had the visit from a good friend of ours, Sue, who lives here in Doncaster, and she came bearing gifts, one of which was a beautiful chocolate cake. Sue reminded me that 20 years ago when my Sue and I first moved here to Doncaster, our friend Sue brought us a chocolate cake, and here we are, deja vu, and it's beautiful. In fact, she's brought us several chocolate cakes over the year and we really appreciate them. Not so good for the waistline, but fantastic for the taste buds. We really will appreciate that. This afternoon we went for a little walk around a lake nearby with some members of our family. Again, a lovely occasion. It was very warm, but a lovely family occasion. Now, in my previous vlogs, I've talked quite a bit, or on occasions, about the t-shirts I happen to be wearing, and today is going to be no exception. So there it is. This was a gift to me recently, in fact last week, from a group called New Parks, New Friends, and I'm going to tell you about how that came into being. Some of you will know a bit of the story, but it's certainly well worth repeating, and it's inspiring. And it arises out of one of the churches where I was minister in Leicester, that is New Parks Methodist Church. New Parks Methodist Church was built, I guess, around 70 years ago, something like that. And it was built to serve a council estate that was being built at the time. These days, I guess you'd call it social housing. So there's a really big estate, and it's got some difficult issues that the people face. It's an area of deprivation, and some time ago, a few years ago, some of the folk in the church began to recognise that the church, although activities took place, Sunday services and midweek meetings, in a very real way, it wasn't fully connecting the church with its community. And so the question sometimes is asked, if your church suddenly disappeared, would the community around notice any difference? And I think that although in its small way New Parks did some good work, the vast majority of the community would not have noticed if the church suddenly disappeared. Anyway, this group decided we need to do something about this, the fact that we're not connecting so well with our community. What can we do? So they made a commitment to pray together every Friday morning, and the purpose of that prayer time was to seek God, to listen to God, to ask God how can they respond. It's only a small church numerically, but they wanted to do something, and they wanted to know what God had on his heart for them to do. So for weeks and months, they prayed together every Friday morning. And after some time, it seemed to them that God was laying on their heart the issue of loneliness. And we've heard a lot about loneliness in recent years. There's a loneliness epidemic. One report said that the UK is the loneliness capital of Europe. So many lonely people, as the Beatles sang, didn't they? Where do they all come from? And perhaps this coronavirus and the lockdown, when people have been isolated in their own homes, is only gone to accentuate the issue of loneliness, which is a desperate thing, and it causes all sorts of issues for people that really often are not addressed. So this issue of loneliness was placed on the hearts of this group from New Parks Methodist Church, and out of that, and out of thinking and praying, began a new initiative called New Parks, New Friends. So every Tuesday morning, a room in the local library was used and opened up, and it's simply to invite people who might otherwise be on their own or are lonely to come and just sit down, have a coffee or tea, have some light refreshments, sit in and chat, do a quiz, whatever. It's just very light-hearted, very informal, and that's been going for some years now, and it's been a fantastic success. And some people have found their life totally transformed because of that little group and the friendships that they've formed. And it's been wonderful to hear how lives have been changed and people have been so blessed by that. So this is a t-shirt of New Parks, New Friends. And it's been fantastic for Sue more than myself. She used to go most weeks. I used to pop in occasionally. But just to go and sit and be part of that was a wonderful experience. And that was from a relatively small church with a small group of people committed to listening to God, seeking God. God, what is on your heart? Reveal that to us. And I'm reminded of a passage in the 10th chapter of John's Gospel. This is that chapter where Jesus speaks of himself as the good shepherd. And we as the sheep, his followers, called to follow him. In that part of the world, the shepherd doesn't drive the sheep. He leads the sheep and the sheep follow. And in that chapter, John chapter 10 in verse 27, Jesus says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me." And this wonderful initiative, this wonderful ministry, New Parks, New Friends, only happened because a group of committed followers of Christ put into practice that verse and said, "Lord, we want to hear from you. We want to listen to what is on your heart." And then when God revealed that issue or opened their hearts to that issue of loneliness, they responded and they started something that has changed the lives of people. That has been a real blessing. Now, of course, in recent months, New Parks, New Friends haven't been able to meet physically, but a number of the volunteers, a number of the volunteers have rung regularly those who come on a regular basis so kept in touch. And I know that many are desperate for the time when they'll be able to go back to the library. In fact, the room that they use at the library is currently being used as a food bank. And again, that's a wonderful service. Some of our church folk are involved in that as well. So I guess the moral of what I'm trying to say, or the heart of it, is about listening to God. And I know that's very much what Sue and I are hoping to do, or are committed to doing, as we enter now this new phase of lives, retirement. I haven't got any particular church responsibility, but we want to listen to God. At the moment, we're kind of floundering a bit with trying to sort out the house and stuff, but ultimately we want to listen to God and to say to God, "God, what's on your heart? What do you want us to do? How can we best serve you?" So listen to God, and then when you hear from him, put it into action. So God bless you. Thank you so much for listening today, and I pray for God's blessing on New Parks, New Friends as they move forward, and hopefully before too long we'll be able to meet again. So God bless you. Have a great day.